Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? Welcome back to Charles' Toy Room. Today we're going to take a look at Marvel Civil War Dice Master set, the two-player starter set from WizKids. Excuse me, let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. This is one of the newer Marvel sets. Of course, there's been some stuff that have come out from Marvel recently for Dice Masters. Well, I believe this is the recent actual set that's come out. Starting with the instructions, which are always important. Alrighty, excuse me. Got a cough for about 2 weeks now, and I just can't seem to get rid of it. Dice Masters is a deck and dice building game that you use with the property that is the set. So this is Civil War Marvel characters. Clearly, there's also DC ones as well as excuse me. As well as our Yu-Gi-Oh! As well as Dungeons and Dragons, Dice Masters. Comes every two players. It comes with dice bags. This is Captain America, and the other one, of course, is Iron Man, which were the stars of the Captain America Civil War. These are the cards that come with it. Dice Masters is a two-player game. It can be 4 players, I believe. In one of the newer sets, I'm not sure if it's this one or not, they do have 4-player rules. But it is a 2-player game where you battle 8 superhero, supervillain combinations. However your team wants to do it, or however you set up your team, versus your partners, 8 superhero villains. And then from there, you also have action cards that work with them, and you use dice to buy other dice and cards based on cards. Let's go ahead and get the dice out. So first up are sidekick dice. Each game you start out with 8 of these. So there are 16 in the set here. So let's go ahead and get all those dice out. So let's go ahead and grab all the action dice out as well. Alrighty, so everything is split apart. Let's go ahead and start looking at the cards. First up is Wasp, Fashionista. Each card has different things it does. I will not read them. I'll hold them up there, so if you want to read them, you can. Wasp, Pixie. And then Wasp, Janet Van Dyne. And this is a blank card. The dice for the Wasp are right here. Very cool little dice that have the Wasp on it. Alright, next up is She-Hulk. Buy my comics. It's a cool little tagline there. Next up is She-Hulk Sensational. And then finally, She-Hulk Courtroom Warrior. And then She-Hulk has the weights this time. In the last set we did, she had a different set of dice. Next up is Scarlet Spider. Kane is the first card. Next is Redemption. And then finally is Former Villain. And here is the Spider-Man dice. Next up is Rocket Raccoon Bandit. There is another Rocket Raccoon, another set I have in the Age of Ultron set. This one is Furball. And Big Flarkin Gun. That one's blank. Rocket Raccoon has a cool looking dice that's a lot different than the last set. And that is those. Alrighty. The next set, some of these only have why does this is interesting. So Iron Man and Captain America only have 2 cards where usually they have 3. That's fine. Apparently that's a thing in this set. First is Iron Man, Director of S.H.I.E.L.D. Next up is Pro Reg, because he's pro registration. Here are the Iron Man dice. I like these dice. They're pretty cool with the mask that comes down. Next up we have Falcon Dive Bomber. So like I said, the first one is Dive Bomber. Falcon Wingman. The max 4 right there means you can have max 4 dice in the game if you play with Falcon. There is Talks to Birds, and that's just a blank one. It is Captain America Falcon, so that's definitely interesting. The dice is the Flying Falcon. I know one's upside down, I apologize. Next up is Captain America, Freedom Fighter. And then Anti-Reg or Anti-Registration. He has a very cool dice with the shield that is being thrown. And then finally we have Black Widow. First up is Widowmaker. Next is Graduate of the Red Room. And then we have Triple Agent. And then these are the dice for Black Widow, which is the little time capsule thing. So there are the 8 characters that come in this set. And there's 3 cards of every card except for Captain America and Iron Man. Let's go ahead and take a look at the action cards. First up is the Frontline. Next is Superhero Registration Act. Next is Suffering and Satisfaction. Next is Long Live the Resistance. Next is Internal Dispute. Next is Field Promotion. Next is Escape Incarceration. We have the Punisher there. Next is the Driven Underground. Next is Civil War. And then finally is Brother Fights Brother. So those are the action cards. The action dice this time are colors cyan, gray, pink, and orange. And so these are what they all look like. So there you go. There is the starter set for Marvel Civil War Dice Masters from WizKids. Here's the list of all of the expansions from common, uncommon, rare to super rare. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for our final Dice Masters video, which is the collector's box for Civil War. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.